Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Today I wanted to share with you a very simple day in my life during winter. This was a day that I was working from home, so I had a nice leisurely morning, reading my book, doing some quiet time, journaling a little bit, soaking in the morning sunshine, and of course enjoying my morning cup of coffee with our boys. But truly, my whole point in filming today is just to share a simple, cozy winter day with you guys and show you how your everyday life truly can be so beautiful and so magical. Let's get on with it. Alright guys, I had a very slow morning. It is now almost 1 o'clock. I'm done with work for the day, which means I can go run all the errands that I would love to. It is the second week of the year and I'm hoping to go stop by Goodwill, both to drop some things off, but also to peruse anything that anyone else has dropped off. New Year's one of my favorite times to clean out our home, and I assume a lot of people do as well because it's always stocked afterwards. So I'm gonna pop by Goodwill, run by some of the antique stores, thrift stores, and I also need to run by our library to drop a book off because it's due in 2 days. And I'd like to go peruse some more books as well because I'm currently in like a new cookbook. I'm kind of burnt out on the ones I currently have and want to peruse some new ones and or to find some fun books to read. But today is just the point of having a nice, chill, cozy day. It is very cold out, but it's finally sunny, which means I am praying that we can take the boys for a WALK later when Sam gets home, as well as just do some cozy baking. Overall, have a fun, chill night. That is it for me for now. I'm gonna go head out to the stores and I'll catch up with you guys here soon. Pretty much anytime I make a trip over to Goodwill to drop things off, I also, of course, like to go in and peruse what they have. I will say our local Goodwill does not always have the best items, clothing, furniture, whatever, but they always seem to have a plethora of books, so I am extremely grateful for that. This particular antique mall had so many stores. It was practically in a warehouse filled with at least 50 different vendors, and honestly a lot of beautiful artwork, rugs. Truly, I probably could have walked out with enough artwork to fill my home with if I truly wanted to. But I also ventured on to one of my favorite antique stores in all of our town. Okay guys, I swear whenever you go like vintage or thrift shopping, you have days where you find everything and you don't even have the budget for it, and then you have days like today where you're just looking for maybe a few specific items that are normally there all the time and there is nothing. The only thing that I found today out of all the thrift stores were the books that I'm adding to my collection, but that is it. So I'm now gonna head on over to the library to go find some free books, thankfully, and probably head back home soon, get ready to start doing some baking and maybe take the boys on a walk. If you aren't new around here, then you would know that this has been our first full year down here in Georgia, and I absolutely adore gardening. But I'm still forgetting and learning about our new garden zone and how early things can be planted here. So I was actually reading up on all of the timing of things to plant because a good friend of mine actually gave me a bunch of heirloom seeds, including some Brussels sprouts and some greens and other things that should probably already be planted. So I was trying to educate myself the best that I could. But aside from the gardening section, I also wandered on over to the nutrition section, as well as the cookbooks, which is probably one of my favorite sections to peruse before heading on home for the day. also just wanted to pop on here and say, if you're not currently using your local library, you should really head on over and check it out. It is so cozy, inviting, relaxing, and they even have workspaces at our local library to where if you wanted to work remotely or work on schoolwork, whatever your case may be, there's probably a spot for you. Alright guys, I am back home from all my errands today, library, Goodwill, so on and so forth. So I wanted to do a quick little haul with you guys. First two are from the library. This first one is the whole body microgram, and I don't know if I can actually get free CEUs from this. I was told that I could, but someone also mentioned that apparently the test that you have to take for these might actually be over $100 for CEUs. We'll see. Regardless, for any other dietitians out there, I'll let you know if you actually can get free CEUs for this. And the next one is one that a friend told me she had read. It's called Food Pharmacy, things for inflammation, things like that. I don't know the legitimacy of this book. The authors do not seem to have any kind of professional background. However, again, a friend told me she enjoyed it. I'm gonna read it, see what I think. So, show you guys this one, and I'll let you guys know what I think here in a little while. And then the next three are all from Goodwill. This is one that one of my other dietitian friends told me that she's read and has enjoyed. It's a superfoods pharmacy book. And it's essentially, I think, includes like their nutrition profile, how many grams of vitamin C per serving, so on and so forth. Also, we can go ahead and get rid of the jacket because we all know that I am not a jacket person, and it's just a nice plain black book, which I appreciate. Next one, I have read this a while back. It's Joanna Gaines' The Stories We Tell book. I think I've read their story and then her personal book, which is this one. And I really enjoyed it. Plus, I have a few friends I wanted to loan this out to because they said they've been wanting to read it. And I just happened to stumble upon it at the bookstore. Well, Goodwill, not the bookstore. At Goodwill, luckily. And then this next one is yet another one that I've been told you might be able to get free CEUs for, and it's Digestion, the simple natural plan to combat disease, heart disease, osteoporosis, arthritis, acid reflux, and more. This one is actually written by a dietitian. However, I can't remember if Mark Hyman's one of the ones that's written most of my RD textbooks, or if he's just like one of those very popular doctors that writes all kinds of nutrition textbooks. So we have this. And then the next thing I want to show you guys actually might be even more fun because we bought a new built home, couldn't do anything with it at all. It was pre-done, no choices, no hardware, no backsplash, no nothing. So I ran over to Home Depot to go pick up possible backsplash options, and I found, wow, that's not gonna be good. So I found this one, which I think might be the easiest. I wanted to bring in some more warm tones. Our countertop is like a speckled gray-white granite. I don't know if this will actually complement it at all, but I want some warmth. I don't care for all the cool tones that our countertop brings. And then along that same option, this one's just a hexagon version of the same thing, but there's a little bit less brown in it. I don't know how to get a good, that might be the best I can get for you guys, but this one would probably involve a lot more cutting, so I don't know what I think. I'm gonna lay these out, see what Sam thinks when he comes home, and see if this is even a project that we wanna do ourselves. I honestly think that I could do it. Back in our old home, our first home back in Kentucky, I actually redid all the flooring in the basement because the previous owners just did a half, you know what, job. Okay, they had these cabinets in, they didn't even bother to move the cabinets to put flooring under it. And they just did poor caulking, grout, horrible things. So did that, and that was actually very enjoyable and easy. I think this one, especially since I think this brand is a peel and stick option, would be incredibly easy just to pre-treat the walls, stick it on, and then grout over it. But who knows? I will keep you guys updated on how this goes. It wasn't too long after filming that last clip that Sam got home from work for the day. And so obviously we spent some time catching up. We did in fact take the boys on a walk. I just didn't film it, unfortunately, for you guys. Made dinner, had a lovely little candlelit dinner, but now I'm actually making cookies for my coworker / boss's birthday. She absolutely adores red velvet anything, so I figured we would try to make these red velvet crackle cookies. If I'm being quite honest with you guys, I am horrible at ever following a recipe, so it's truly a miracle that these things turned out as amazing as they did. I'm not a biggest fan of things that are just overly sweet, and neither is she, so we cut down the sugar and did a few other adjustments just to make sure they were what she wanted and something that she would enjoy as a nice little birthday treat. But I spent the remainder of my night just having a lovely night cooking, baking, and then eventually between rolling the cookies and them being in the oven and whatnot, we actually ventured on out to the sunset because it was a beautiful cotton candy sky. But that is pretty much the end of my night. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Truly, it means so much to me. I absolutely adore getting to share my life with you guys and just have these special moments to look back on. So thank you from the bottom of my heart if you've made it this far. And I hope you have a happy, wholesome day. And I hope to see you guys here soon. But goodbye for now.